Hello, hello, hello. Well, Housewives has gone off and we are on. We got to talk about what happened on this show tonight. I think hell has officially frozen over. And I do mean officially frozen over. So we got to talk about some of the things that went on. All right. Hey, Latrice Dudley. Did you find the bubbles? I hope you did. Thank you for being like number 29. No, sorry, number 19. Let me greet who's here and we got to get into what happened on this show. This was something else tonight, y'all. Auntie Eva, you made it. Thank you for being number one. Belize and JB is like number two. Aries Sun is number three. Vicky Black in the house. Hey, girl, how you doing? Good to see you. She's number five. Yolanda Franklin is here. I'm so glad to see you. Okay, Krista Jones. Hey, lady, she's number nine. Trina Taylor is back on here. All right, all right. Hey, Tracy Lashley. Thank you for being like number 10. All right, everybody sliding back in here. Magaline is number 14. She said 4, but she meant 14. That's what she meant. Too Adorable is like number 15. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So glad y'all made it back. My nephew Ian, the Core Junkie, is like number 16. D. Crazy, the amazing DS is number 20. Good to see you. Latrice Dudley, so lovely. She's number 19. I hope you found the bubbles, but I'm glad you found the like button. Okay. And if those of you looking for the bubbles, it's on the bottom right-hand side of your chat. It's the circle with the heart emoji. Tap it and send them bubbles up. Dana Brown, thank you for being number 11. Miss Sparkle, our resident Mary Kay lady, is in the house. Good to see you, Ladybug. Inel Sala is here. She's here. Listen, I know it's after the holiday, so a lot of people are still resting. Hopefully they holler at us on the replay. My sis on the phone just tapped in. Okay, that's what I'm talking about. So look, tonight, y'all, hell has officially frozen over. That's all I can say. Hell has frozen over. It has. And would you all like to know why I'm certain that hell has frozen over? I'm going to tell you why I'm certain that hell has frozen over. I actually agree with Giselle. I mean, really agree with Giselle. I do. I absolutely do. I didn't know it was possible, and yet here I am. Okay. I agree with Giselle and everything she had to say concerning Mia. I also agree that Mia is now attacking her children and trying to smear children because she didn't like people calling out the mess that she brought them as a storyline. So I'm going to just warn y'all ahead of time. There will be there's going to be a little bit of, it's going to be a little bit of Yeti dragging that goes on tonight. We may have to drag a Yeti or two this evening. This is no disrespect to the Yeti community. We do respect everybody on the porch over here where we gossip and get in people's business. But this evening, there will be a little Yeti dragging, a little Yeti roasting. Okay. A Yeti will be roasted this evening. Okay. Because there's no way around it. All right. So I'm just telling you ahead of time. No way around that. Yolanda Franklin says, I keep telling folks that Creepy Craters is Grammy. I'm mad because you call that lady Creepy Craters. See, this is going to be one of those nights. I just feel it. Do y'all feel it? I feel it. I feel it. I feel it. Not a Yeti barbecue. Oh my. Oh my. So, real quick, let me make sure we didn't leave anybody on Instagram. We may have. In case we did, we're going to get them. Let's make sure we have everybody in here so we can talk about that. Let's do this really, really quickly. Y'all, I'm pushing it. I'm pushing it today. When I say pushing it, I am pushing it. The hair not combed. It's been, fingernail pulled through. That's not quite combing. And I have no lashes, but I don't even care because we got to gossip today. So let's do this. So yeah, we got to talk about that. Totally agree with Giselle for the first time in ever. Like it's really been a long time, probably since like season one, parts of season one on RHOP where I actually agreed with Giselle. So that's been a long time. Hey Gina, we live on YouTube. Come on over to YouTube. Come to the channel. Hey Miss Sunshine, come on over to YouTube. But it's been a long time since I agreed with Giselle on anything at all. It was interesting to see her with her daughter, with Grace coming home or whatever. That was a kind of interesting conversation. It was cool to see Raven with Karen. So that was an interesting conversation. I was glad to kind of see that a little bit. And it was a little bit of one of those, little gut check moments. So we're going to talk about that. I'm going to recap the entire show. I don't leave anything out. That ain't no secret. What else that we have to handle? Oh, Wendy's situation with Eddie's sisters definitely was. This was one of those that was kind of like an emotional type situation. Ashley gave us a whole lot of nothing as per usual. Kiana is a stitch. Kiana is a stitch. And I'm gonna talk about that because she gave me more. Hey, cousin, how you doing? We live on YouTube if you want to come hang with us. Kiana is a stitch. I enjoyed her. She really gave me what I needed tonight, and she didn't even do it in a scene. She did it on a text message. Let's see. Stacy is just a breath of fresh air. And I think we talked about that before. I told y'all I think Stacy is fast becoming one of my new favorites on RHOP. And let me see. Who else is worth mentioning? Oh, we got to talk about Tacky Jackie. We got to have a conversation about Tacky Jackie. So that's what's going down. We're getting ready to recap this entire show. Anybody on Instagram who happens to catch me on replay or happens to catch this after I end this live, please make sure you come over to the YouTube channel, which is my name, as you know. So come on over. All right. We're live right now, and we're about to recap RHOP after the show, and I'll see you there. Bye. So, yeah, this is crazy. It's a little, it's literally crazy town. This is crazy town. So we're going to get into it. All right. Hey, Dana Brown. All right, everybody, please hit your like button. I was just live. So anytime we've been live, especially this close back to back, they're not going to send out notifications. So I am literally counting on y'all. Okay, counting on you. So let's get into it. So, yeah. So this is what's going on. We're going to start with, I got my notebook. The notebook is front and center. So we're going to get into what happened because it was really happening this time. So we started at Wendy's party, which is where it ended last week. That's how they go. They start where they stop. And that's just how that works. Okay. So we're at Wendy's party, and Giselle was questioning Mia about these weird social media posts. You sitting up here posting, your husband and your boyfriend at the same time on social media. And this was after their GNA event when she's telling them all this stuff about, Mr. G, Uncle G, basically saying, like, I don't want to be around this dude. He was sleeping with you the whole time we were married, and you had to get a whole abortion because of him. So Uncle G is really not with it. And so Giselle asked, like, what was up with that? Then you turn around and posting this stuff on social media, trying to pretend like it's something that it's not. Basically is what I got from it, right? So, it was just a question. So anyway, Mia comes with one of her bizarre responses, because Mia is just a very, and I do mean very, bizarre people. She's so bizarre. So her response is, well, what did she say? She goes, the fathers of my children get along. So Stacy is like, y'all know Stacy is quick on the uptake. So Stacy is like, the fathers, girl. What do you mean fathers? And so, I don't forget who jumped in and was like, oh, well, she was married before. Well, your oldest baby, Joshua, whatever his name is, I'm sorry if I got the baby name wrong, he's from your first marriage. So you say, I don't even know she was married before. Mia lies so much, to be honest. I don't know what's true and I don't know what's not. And at this point, I'm afraid to even find out. But anyway, that man was not present. So what the hell are you talking about your children's fathers? Okay. What do you mean your children's fathers? Hey, Deborah Randall. We got Deborah Randall in the house. That means Housewives Talk is legal. I'm so glad she's here. Uh-oh. Bianca the Beautiful is in the chat. Our head archangel. Are you finished celebrating your birthday, girl? Are you still partying? We glad to have you back, DV. Thank you for being like number 34. So, anywho, right? Anywho, she then, says fathers. Somebody was like, what about fathers? She still didn't explain, but I think what she was really doing is still trying to push this weird storyline where I'm gonna question the paternity of my kid as a storyline. And I'm sorry, I don't care what nobody say. That's freaking weird. So it was very interesting later on in the show to see her tell Giselle that her asking a question was inappropriate. But you questioning the paternity of your son on national television, like that's not going to be humiliating to that child. That's not inappropriate. Mia, please save us all. Spare us, please. Hey, Annabelle, thank you for being number 37. So that kind of took me out. I ain't even gonna front. That took me out. But she's still pushing it. That's gonna be her storyline. And then here comes Tacky Jackie. Tacky Jackie jumps in, y'all. Jackie says, well, Gordon, she's like, they get along. And so Jackie was like, yeah, Gordon's okay with it for like 20 minutes. And then he don't want to be around, he don't want to be around this guy or whatever. And so they were acting confused. Wendy, the professor, jumps directly in and clears it up. Like, well, Jackie's basically saying that what you put out is a facade because Gordon is not cool with that. Gordon don't want to be around y'all. Gordon don't want nothing to do with it. And, I thought that was interesting. I'm like, well, Jackie, I know you want to be seen real bad and you want a moment real bad. But why would you jump in there to throw your friend under the bus? If you know your friend lying, your friend's a liar. You lie with her. Y'all concocted a whole lie together. Had your sister, the one that's in prison now, helping y'all lie. Why would you put your friend on Front Street by a lie like that? I was confused. I'm gonna just be honest, honey. That kind of confused me. Hey, Jen Bunny, I thought it was a little strange. I'm just saying. Okay, Miss Sparkle say that it's about 20 of y'all don't like me, and I'm sensitive. I need bubbles. I need likes. Okay, all right. Auntie Eva say they literally lie together. They do. Instead of we cry together, they lie together. Okay, just weird. They got a weird little dynamic there. I don't know what that is, but Jackie sure put her on Front Street. Then we get Mia in the confessional saying that she's annoyed with Giselle asking all these questions and whatever. But it's like, girl, you brought this to the general public. Nobody asked you for this. Literally nobody asked her for this. And yet this is what we got. You just, leaving these weird storylines, putting stuff out here. Did you think nobody was going to ask a question like, ma'am? But I'm going to tell y'all what I think about that later on, okay? So, Kiana is a stitch. Kiana tickles me like nobody else on that show. Kiana jumps in and said, well, Mia is trying to be the glue that holds it all together and managing everything and still trying to make herself happy. She said, so that's what she's doing. She said, but it's incredibly irresponsible. I hollered. I say, oh my God, not Kiana, like she coming for the save and then she drug you through the mud too. Because what she's doing is irresponsible. Why would you have your children in the midst of this weird geriatric height challenge, the love triangle? Like, why would you do this? Yolanda said Jacqueline always says things that don't make sense at the wrong time. She's useless after being exposed by tennis rack smash face Mia. Oh my. Tell us how you really feel, Yolanda. This is tough business, honey. This is tough business. They gangster over there. So that happened, and I was like, okay, Kiana, well, I'm glad you cleared it up. Then Wendy lets them know she was getting a citation from Governor Westmore, which is the governor of Maryland. And it was kind of pitiful to watch the ladies be confused about a citation. Like, they're so ignorant. They think the only way to get a citation is like something negative or something that is punishment or some kind of ticket or something. Like, they didn't understand that a citation could also be something positive. That was really pathetic. And they were like, "Oh, she's got 4 degrees and she don't know it's a proclamation." Listen, there's a reason she has 4 degrees and you don't, because y'all are not smart. That was real embarrassing to see them sit there and struggle with the idea that she was getting a citation for her hard work and dedication and her image by the governor. They were really struggling with that. And then we had this awkward moment. Jim Bunny is laughing at him too. It was pathetic. I said, "Oh my God, these ignorant hood boogers. Y'all really don't know that that she could get a citation from the governor for her good works." This was somehow just so foreign. They couldn't wrap their minds around it, especially Ashley the Barfly. It was way too much. Way too much. Jim Bunny said that's her governor. I know that's right, girl. Krista Jones says Jacqueline just don't know how to keep up with Mia's line. Well, Mia need to pass her some cliff notes or write the answers on the palm of her hand or something, because this is getting embarrassing. Okay, I don't do no lying, but I feel like if I had a friend that lied that much and I got to keep up with you, then I'm gonna write the answers on your palm. Okay, like we taking a geometry exam or something. Catherine Bennett, hey, say, and they were talking while April Ryan was presenting it. They sure was. That's the next thing I was going to mention. It was Ashley. Ashley thought it was a splendid idea to start questioning Stacey about her divorce while that presentation of the citation was going on. While they were presenting Wendy with the citation, Ashley, with her ignorant barfly trailer park butt, was sitting up there holding a whole conversation loudly too. Wasn't even whispering, just being distracted, because who the hell is ever going to cite you for your public works because you're Ashley? So I feel like I feel like there's always been this underlying current of jealousy from Ashley towards Wendy and Candace. And I think it's because, you're so unaccomplished and you're probably going to die that way. But you can change your life, or at least be better for your kids. But I think that, her mediocrity makes her so envious, so bitter, so jealous. And she tries to play it off with her gossiping and, oh, she's being messy. She's not being messy. She's malicious because she's Ashley. She's terribly malicious. Her life sucks. And she goes around poo-pooing all over everybody else's life. Not oatmeal pie face. Yes, she was extremely rude. Deborah Randall said, I wanted to see the presentation. I did too. I felt cheated. I felt like we got cheated out of that moment, which would have been way more fulfilling than watching Ashley question somebody about her divorce when you've been in one forever. Because even if it's real now, we all know it didn't start off real. Hey, Sharon. She said Trashly. She said Trashly will always be trash. Thank you for being number 45, U.S. Army brat. Thank you for being 46. Yes. She is the queen of mediocrity. Bianca said that was so rude to be talking during her presentation. Doing everything she can to save that spot, because I think she's going to be out next year, fingers crossed. I think so too. I think she's hanging on by a thread. And to be honest, I think if Ashley keeps her job, it's only going to be because they can't afford to get rid of her and Mia at the same time. Because I don't think Mia's going to make it. Yolanda, I agree. Undercover jealousy has always been a part of Ashley. I totally agree. Hey, Belize and JB. I did see Candace promoting her new album. No, Deborah, her divorce still is not final. It still ain't. I don't know if it ever will be at this point. I really don't know. But so that happened, she's interrupting the presentation and then finally says, oh, we probably shouldn't be talking or whatever. And it's like, what a dum-dum. Then Ashley runs to Giselle to get Giselle like, oh, we got to go pull Stacey to the side at somebody's birthday party at this lavish event. Like, they really made a nice little event for Wendy. And in the middle of her 40th birthday party, everything is so nice. We got citations from the governor, all sorts of things. Everybody's looking lovely. And you have to pull Stacey to the side at Wendy's party. to talk about a divorce. Why did you need Giselle to come with you to corner this girl about her mediation? Deborah Randall says, I do too. And those two funny looking boys aren't it. Now, I'm not going to talk about the lady Churin now. I ain't going to do that. Catherine Bennett say, if they've seen any bit of CNN, MSNBC, they would know who April is. Well, these are people who I trust don't read very often or very well. Lord Diaz said Ashley should be worried about divorcing Gargamel. I'm so done. Abundance and clarity. Thank you for being like number 47. So, y'all tough tonight. This is a tough crowd. So yeah, they pull her to the side. Karen ends up in there with her, and they decide they're going to talk to her about this divorce situation. But before that, we get a cute moment. We get a cute shot of Eddie's sisters and their husbands over there. They do look alike. You could tell those are Eddie's sisters. I agree, Deborah. I definitely wanted to see more of Eddie's family, but we did get a sweet little moment out of that. I think baby steps count. So, Stacy's telling them when they get in the house, because they had to go inside to talk to her about this divorce. It was so pressing. It was such an emergency that it couldn't wait to cocktails the next day. It had to happen that night at this lovely party when everybody is having a great time. It had to be that night during that party. There was no other time that they could talk about that divorce. Hey, Tutu, for your info. Thank you for being like number 48. Wait a minute. Hold on. Let me stop right there. Let me stop because clearly somebody treating me real greasy. And I'm not a pork chop, so I don't know why I got to be treated greasy. Because I need to see what's going on with these likes, like right now. And my bubbles, right now. Like yesterday. I got to see what's going on. I need to know. Hold on. Oh no. So it's okay. I'm like, let me know. Okay, I see bubbles. But I don't see my likes though. I don't see it. I'm seeing 22 people that got a problem with me, but you in my house. Hey, Angela Davis. Thank you for being 33. Tell them, Ian. The likes need to match the chat. Like, I'm just gonna tell it like it is. I'm just keeping it. I'm keeping it real. I don't like it. Like for real. I don't like it. So how about this? I need 23 people to get the hell out or hit the like button. Oh. Oh, okay. They think I'm bluffing. Well, I can do my Duolingo lesson here. Y'all know I'm learning Chinese, right? It's so much fun. It's so much fun. Mm-mm-mm. Bianca, let me know when they get them likes up. Somebody tried to take my fourth place spot anyway. Let me know when they get them up. Or they get out. Either one. Thank you, B. Mm-hmm. Mm.
他们
Mm.
没有女儿。
Mm. You know what, Jim Bunny? I love French. Now that one came really easy. Chinese is a little more of a stretch. It's a little more of a stretch. Miss Sparkle, y'all just keep a look on them likes. When it start to look like it's matching up a little bit more, let me know. I'll be here.
会安最之近之。我姓李，你姓什么？姓李，什么？
哦，
请。有毛男孩朋，那是不是你的妻子？
Hey, DB. Listen, people trying to treat your auntie bad up in here, refusing to hit the like button like I won't go on Duolingo and practice my Chinese. Okay.
那是不是你的妻子？你是不是的？那是你的？那是不是的妻子？
那是不是你的妻子？错。
错。
帮助。
帮助。
嗯哼。
英语。请。
请。哦，丈夫。
丈夫。什么
We. Yes, too adorable.
Hi.
I like languages. They're like little puzzles. 我叫张明。
张明。叫名字。会。
啊。
那。
Wait. 啊，你的男朋友。哦，那是。哦。那是你的朋友吗？
岁。
Dang. Okay. All right. Hey, Angie girl. Let me see where my likes are, and then we'll know if we're continuing. Oh, so there's 12 people that think they're going to wait me out. No problem. I'll practice my Hanzi. Because you won't. You just think you will. Pike Way.
你好，好久不见。
好久不见。礼物。
我会 会送她中文书。
我会送她中文书。I will give her a Chinese book. 好久不见。
好久不见。
嗯
你喜欢跑步还是打篮球？
My pronunciation gets me every time. Belize and JB say we need 8 more. Sounds good. 你喜欢跑步还是打篮球？ Okay. Oh, it's 12 more. Oh, wow. You watch pimple videos. Oh, my. I practice languages for fun. Languages are nice. Hey, Vita Worship. I did eat and I got sunshine today, even though it's cold. Now it's 10. Okay.
打篮球。
Let's see if the
我会
rest
送
of them
她
go
巧
ahead
克
and
力。
hit the like
你
button.
呢？
Well, what's up? Wait. I will give her chocolate and you. Ah, I love it.
你可以来我家。
你可以来我
我
家。
家。他不要
冰水。
冰水。
Mm-hmm.
他们要热牛奶。他们要热牛奶。
Okay.
你可以，也可以。我家。派对。玛丽。
这是你的礼物。
这是礼物。
What them likes looking like? Ian said we need 10 more, so we got 10 more people that refuse to hit the like button. Okay.
真的吗？凯文也会送她中文书。啊？真的吗？凯文也会送她中文书。也。他送。真的吗？凯文也会送她中文书。他送。真的吗？凯文也会送她中文书。中文书。你好，好久不见。
玛丽的礼物。
7 more? Okay, that's a little bit better. Because this is the thing. I'm going to say this, and then we're going to finish with our review. The reason why I'm going to start handling it like that is for a few simple reasons, okay? This channel gets little to no support. Little to no support. All I ask for is likes. That's it. Hit a like button. That's the least you can do is hit a like button. Because I'm going to work hard for you. I'm going to do my best to entertain you. I'm going to always make sure I got the gossip. If I review a show, I got my notebook. I'm going to make sure I don't leave out nothing. I'm going to need them likes. Or I'm going to be doing my Duolingo lessons and learning Chinese. And next up, I think I'm going to maybe try Finnish. I think so. Okay. I'm going to be learning all kind of languages until people figure out how to hit that like button. And I'm not one of them people that's going to sit up here and beg people. You know, they go through a lot. They go to begging and please send a cash app and all that. I ain't begging for nothing, but we're going to get them like buttons up. We gonna get that like button right, okay? So glad we got an understanding. And the people who don't want to hit it, they did right to leave. Get the hell out my house. If you don't like me, don't come in my house. And I mean that. Any way they want to take it, I mean it from the bottom of my heart. Hit my like button, okay? So anyway, moving right along. So they start telling Stacy about, oh, when I went through mediation, you don't know, Giselle is bringing in all of the negative. Sometimes you need a negative Nancy, sometimes you don't. I ain't really know how to take her in that moment, other than, why on earth did it have to be right now? Why now? Why does it have to be a thing now? But she was like, well, you said y'all grew apart, so you don't know him in a divorce. You know him while y'all was married. If y'all grew apart, he's somebody different. He grew into somebody you don't even know. So you need to be on your toes and whatnot. And Karen was trying to talk to her a little bit too. Giselle was bringing most of the negative, but y'all know that's Giselle personality. If anybody can find something negative to bring, it's going to be Giselle Bryant. Now that's just what that is, okay? So she took it in and she was just like, well, I appreciate the talk, but I know my husband or whatever. That's how she left it. Say she prefers to be optimistic and positive, blah, 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 blah. Okay. Karen did advise her, like, whatever you do, do not flaunt your new love in front of your man, because if you do in front of your husband that you are divorcing, that is no longer your man, because if you do that, you are inviting trouble. He is going to get mean if you start doing stuff like that. And I think that was sound advice. He may have all the intention in the world on being cool, but then by the time you keep flaunting that you have moved on and you got a man and you and TJ is so in love and all that, that man could get real vindictive during that divorce process. Let me send a heart back. My sis Deborah Randall sent me a cake on Cash App. It's so cute. Isn't that adorable? Y'all know I love the pictures. The pictures do it for me. But yeah, so that was the only advice Karen really had that was heavy. It was a little small piece, but it was enough to get the point across. Y'all, please hit the like button. Don't make me do another Duolingo lesson, because you know I will. Um, but yeah, so she says she appreciated the advice, but she says she know her husband. Okay, to be continued. So then Wendy, now let's talk about this scene with Wendy and her sister-in-laws and her brother-in-laws. The parents was home watching children. Y'all remember Wendy's mama was like, it was just for 4 hours. All y'all could have came out, but the sisters came and the mama didn't come or whatever. So the sisters were there. They did, to me, at first they looked a little uncomfortable, but I don't know what they were thinking. You know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of times you can look at somebody and think you know what they feeling. Like, they could have not been uncomfortable at all. They could have had all kind of different emotions and stuff running through their head and all of that. Yep. Thank you again, Deborah Randall. That was super sweet, sis. But they did, to me, they looked like they felt like awkward in a way. So it was so good to see Wendy and Eddie go over and kind of like include them a little bit more. It was sad that those children are as big as they are, and they only now really kind of being introduced to their aunties that look just like their daddy, which was crazy. It was so crazy. And so while they were sitting over there talking and introducing them to the babies and hugging and stuff, one of his sisters, I don't want to get the names wrong, but I will, so I don't want to even try. But one of the sisters, like, she started crying, and then Wendy was like, if you're gonna cry, I'm gonna cry. And so they got really emotional, and she hugged Wendy and she was like, I miss you. And it's like, man, that's messed up. Those mamas, and this is for Mama Susan too. The mamas fell out. And when the mamas fell out, then the children had to like stay away from each other, because by the way that Eddie's sister reacted to Wendy, it gave, girl, I did miss you. I wanted to be around you. I just didn't want to make mama mad. That's the only way I could take that. It was so, like, it was sweet to see them embrace each other, but it was sad because these kids are big as hell. And y'all done missed, I think they said 13 years. Don't let me stretch too much time on it. But I think they said like 13 years. It's been a long time that you missed with your brother, his wife, and them children, because y'all mamas was bickering and acting crazy. Because this is a case of the mama's mess. Like, we always talk about children's mess and grown people should stay out of children's mess. But sometimes children have to stay out of their mama's messes too. Like seriously, because it did not look like they wanted to be apart from Eddie and Wendy at all. Not the way that sister responded. I was like, oh my God. It was giving all the feels. It was giving all the feels. I felt that. I felt that. Um, so that happened. They cried it up. Wendy's like, oh, it's just the beginning. This is just the beginning. So I'm glad that they kind of we got to see one of those sweet moments. We haven't had those in a long time. Potomac has been really coming with it this season, giving us those sweet moments. They've been coming with it, like giving us the heartfelt moments, the tear jerkers, the ones that pull at your heartstrings. They've been giving it to us. Anna said that scene when Wendy and Eddie's sister made me cry a little bit. Girl, I didn't really cry, but my eyes was like this is something. It was one of them moments. Like if I was more watery, it definitely would have been a tearjerker. Deborah said I had tears in my eyes. That was so sweet. It was super sweet. So let's get to another scene that had the potential to be a tearjerker. It had the potential. Okay. And I'm going to say this as a disclaimer before I even get into this scene with Giselle and her daughter Grace at the ice cream shop. Okay. First of all, I didn't even know there was ice cream shops that sold drunk ice cream. I didn't know that was a thing. Now I want to go. Who's taking me? I want to go. Okay. But this was the first time I've seen Giselle like discussing her father in a way that it didn't seem disingenuous. I actually recognized something common in there. That's why I said hell is frozen over. I actually saw Giselle a little bit different in this scene. I saw her a little bit different. Okay. So they're talking about her year at college, and she's talking about her ups and downs. We find out she called her mama every morning. That's good, girl. That's a good way to keep your equilibrium. Those of you who have girls that are leaving home, first of all, they should have a copy of my book, Little Girl, Big World, for girls leaving home for the first time. But that's one of those things that can help you when you first leave home, keep your equilibrium, is having a set schedule, a set time that you call mama and check in and know what's going on back home. Hey, Cloud9, thank you for being number 72. So I was happy to hear that. They discussed the twins and they were kind of worried about Adore. They say she depends on Angel for everything. So, hell, her sister gave her 2 weeks. Her sister told her she got, basically in about 2 weeks, Adore is going to have a breakdown and you're going to need to be there. That's right, y'all. The link for my book is in the description box of this video, or go to Amazon.com and type in my name, Seanitra. It pops right up. Deborah says, if I get to the DMV next summer, I'm going there to get some drunk ice cream. Yes, definitely need to. One of the twins is at the HBCU that you work at. All right, Sharon Middleton, that's sweet. I love it. Apple Charm, thank you for being 75. So they got past that, and they were talking about the fact that Grace was gone while everything was going on with her granddaddy. So they had a little talk like that. And then this was the moment where Giselle actually finally sounded like she was just being genuine. It was something in the way she was recalling the events that took place around the passing of her daddy. And I, at that moment, I felt her. And I don't feel for Giselle. Y'all know I don't do Giselle like that. But I truly felt her in that moment. Oh, Miss Sparkle, thank you for the super chat. Said I need the 13 people that's shining behind the bushes to hit that like button. Oh, she calling y'all out with a super chat. Hit the like button, please, and thank you. Y'all know I will go do a Duolingo. I will go study. Ashley, thank you for being like number 37, love. So when she started recalling what happened and, the emotion she was having, the fact that Jamal had to get the ticket for her so she could go down there because she was kind of frozen up. Hey, Anita, thank you for being 76. All of those things, it was just the recalling of how it happened or whatever. And it wasn't even, and it wasn't that she was being overly emotional. It was just I've been there. And in that moment, I felt her, because it's like when you've gone through something like that, you can recall the smallest, most minute, most mundane details of what happened to you during that time. And to hear her talk about and just recant the events that took place, and how it wasn't robotic, but it was almost like she was watching a movie in her head, that look on your face. And I've been there, and it was like, I know what she's feeling right now. And it wasn't this fake, overly emotional. She didn't try to do no fake tears. It was just seeing her relive that moment. I felt for her in that particular scene. I felt for Giselle. I was like, yep, been there. Been there. Because that's a feeling you never forget. So they came off of that. Her daughter was like, what you gonna do with your time, girl? And she said, well, maybe a cooking class. And the child said, you need it. And I was tickled. I really truly believe that God gives us girls, so we have like a little piece of ourselves to check ourselves. I thought that was super cute. Um, Hell of a moment. I did enjoy that. I like that we got more of the children in this episode. I like the kids, y'all know that. We got this weird filler scene with Ashley and her little bad children. I ain't gonna call them ugly, but I'm gonna show call them bad. Them kids bad as hell. So we got to get the mediation storyline again. And she said she got the children 7 days a week, and Michael got them on the weekend. Maybe Ashley got longer weeks than the rest of us. I'm just saying. Because if you got them 7 days a week, when do the weekends start? I don't know. Y'all tell me how many days in a week there actually are, because I swore there were only 7. But anyway, she claiming she's scared of the custody issue, that she could go weeks without seeing her children. I don't believe she's afraid of that. I believe she knows that Montgomery Burns does not want those children for weeks at a time. I believe she absolutely knows that. Then we get to that. Like I said, that's why I'm like, that was such a weird filler scene that nobody asked for. We get to see her with road rage, cursing at people on the road and driving in her car. Yeah, DS, Ashley weeks must have 10 days. Gotta be. Lexi Lean say her weeks might have 9 days. Okay, that might be what's going on, because I'm just like, girl, don't nobody care about this. At this point, we don't even believe you, but whatever. So then we get Kiana and Greg. We find out he's been in business for 10 years. His family pitched in, all that stuff. She called this dude a caveman. She called him a caveman, say he expecting dinner and stuff. I'm trying to figure out how a man that ain't proposed expecting dinner. From who? From who? Who's expecting wife duties from somebody who ain't no wife? Who's expecting that? Who is this alien that's looking for a non-wife to be a wife? And I'm slightly disturbed when I keep looking at the age difference. It's not that much, 36 and 42, but you done already been married. You're like used goods. You're spoiled. You are an abandoned property with 2 children, or however many crumb crushers he got. And you looking for this girl to play house with you, play wife with you, and you ain't put a ring nowhere, not even on her baby toe. Sir, please. You all listen, Mr. Greg, you on thin ice with me, okay? You not that good looking, and you old and used up, and you ain't put a ring on her finger talking about you want dinner. You must want to buy it. And Kiana's like, let her live, because she don't really want to be making dinner and stuff. And I feel like she don't need to be making dinner and stuff, because whose husband are you? Because you're not hers. But I digress, because y'all know how I can get. And so they start talking. He's telling her about he want her to start going to the schools and stuff, I guess because of the business, the social work stuff and all that. So I thought that was a cute little exchange. It wasn't too much. Yeah, Ashley, he's very much washed up, very much used goods, very much so used goods, very much so. Anna said Greg acting like he's the prize. Right. How are you a prize when you're used up, sir? And your hair is beginning to thin in spots. I wasn't going to point it out, but since we're talking about your washed up status, I'm just saying. Jim Bunny said, yeah, he ain't cute. K, baby girl, you are gorgeous. Do better. Abso-freaking-lutely. Abso-freaking-lutely. You don't look so good, sir. You need to be caking her up. You need to be throwing rings on fingers, taking people on trips. You need to be doing extra credit. And you got children, and she doesn't have any. She's still adorable with a cute little figure and a perfect face. Sir, absolutely not. Right, Auntie E, but this relationship does not look good for her. And I love little Kiana, but she's too cute for this mess that she's taking. I don't like it. I don't like it. Leslie Cornish, thank you so much for the super sticker, boo. I appreciate it. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Let me say thank you again. Thank you. But yeah, I ain't really like that. So then, they got into this conversation about oh, thank you. Me and you, us never part. Okay, so they start talking about this lawsuit, okay, that she's got against Deborah, okay, the Geico caveman that hit her in the face with a glass last year. I still say that hooker should have been in jail. She should have been in jail. You hit somebody in the face with a glass because you were trying to attack another girl that had her back turned. Like, she's a disgusting character. But anyway, so it's a personal injury suit or whatever. And she said the lawyer told her to just let him handle everything or whatever. She lets us know Greg was not happy about it, and he was like really not comfortable with her being around them ladies at all after that, which I can understand, washed up or not. If he cares about her, he was gonna feel a certain type of way. Like, you hang around these people and people are out here trying to attack folks and hitting you in the face with glasses. We find out that she was really affected by that, by the fact that girl marked her face, said she had been waking up crying every morning and stuff like that. I can understand it. I can definitely understand it, but this is why, and it's not going to sound nice, but that's okay. Everything, sometimes the truth don't sound nice, but you just got to say it. This is why, young ladies, those of you with these beautiful faces, do not argue or get into fisticuffs with unattractive women, because ugly women will mark your face. The first thing they're going to do is try to put a mark on your face because they know what they look like. Deborah walked in there looking like George Foreman and David Allen Greer had a love child. Of course she was going to hit little Kayarna in the face. If she had a chance, she was going to hit Candace in the face. That's what she wanted to do. And this is for all the ladies in the chat. Some of y'all are so gorgeous, and I'm only saying some because some of y'all don't show your faces. You got pictures of cars, cats, vacation homes, all type of stuff. But these ladies that are showing their faces, y'all have some beautiful faces. Do not get into any brouhaha, kerfuffles, fisticuffs, melees with unattractive women. Those wildebeest will mark your face simply because they look like that. Y'all don't get into stuff with people who ain't got nothing to lose. That's all I'm saying. Deborah is a wounded warrior in the face, okay? She brave heart all up and through here. So you can't just be getting into tussles with people like that. Like, it's not worth it. And I feel bad for Kayana because all she was trying to do, her, Wendy, and Nakatata, they were just trying to de-escalate. Like, that's literally all they were trying to do. That's all. That's all he was trying to do. They were trying to do was just de-escalate a fight. That's it. Because they saw her running over there to attack Candace with her back turned. Right? But anyway, we get this next meeting up of the ladies. Okay? We had Karen, Wendy, Giselle, Stacy, and Ashley. Okay? Everybody's there. Giselle was real pleasant this episode. I'm not sure why. I don't know who we can, question as to why she's so pleasant. What did they tell her that she got to do to keep her job? Because Giselle was extremely pleasant this episode. I'm just be honest. Yolanda said Judge Tola said best, never do wifely duties at Girlfriend Priceless. Absolutely not. You're right. Krista Jones says Kay don't need to be with a man with kids. He treat her that that way. Right. Yeah. Ashley said, I've always said bullies know who to pick on, and it's never someone their own caliber. Deborah needs to bring that energy with the baddies on Zeus. Girl, them girls would stomp her to death over there. What's sad is not most, all of the girls on Baddie, including Rolly, look better than Deborah. Right, and somebody definitely had a conversation with Giselle. Giselle was way too pleasant to see this episode right here. Giselle was actually funny. She called out Wendy. She was like, one thing Wendy gonna do is have a matching pair of glasses for her outfits. And then production came in with the beautiful bean footage. And I had never really paid attention. Wendy do be having matching shades for every outfit. So she came in there with her lavender on, her purple with the matching shades. I said, oh my goodness, no wonder little Cameron is always, just so girly and prissy. She got that from her mama. It's adorable though. And I was like, good catch, Giselle, good catch. Because I didn't even see that. Okay. Then I got a kick out of the fact that Giselle could not pronounce charcuterie. She kept saying charcuterie board. I was like, girl, what is a charcuterie? Why are we shooting it? What is going on with the kashoot? It's a charcuterie board. Girl, stop. So Stacy sat down with them to let them know about the talk that they gave her. Okay. And low key, she ended up appreciating their little talk because she said it was a lot of stuff she didn't know. Say she ain't paid a bill in 15 years. The man took care of everything. He managed all the money. Come to find out it was stuff in her name. She didn't know it was in her name. She didn't know nothing about none of that. He took care of all of that stuff. And so it was just so much that she did not know. And I understand it. I get it. I didn't grow up in one of those homes, and I'm not that kind of girl, but I get it. And Wendy was like, hell, girl, me either, because Eddie pays everything. She was like, I don't know how to pay the mortgage. I don't know when it's due. She said, I don't know who our power company is. I don't know none of that. Eddie takes care of everything. And she was like, but maybe I should know. And you should. I grew up in a house where my father handed everything to my mother. Like, here, I made this money. Scoop it up, threw it in her lap. Here's the money, handle it. And so, I'm accustomed to that. And I kind of, run things like that. So, I think every house is a little different, but I'm not surprised at all. And Ashley, of course, jumps in, me too. Girl, Ashley, it's not the same thing because these ladies are also earners. You were not taking your little Bravo check and giving it to Montgomery Burns. You just were not. Now let's stop. Tell the truth, shame the devil, Ashley. You don't get to be a part of the Me Too conversation with ladies who are earners and their husbands who are earners who treat them like equals. Of course, you didn't know what was going on with the money. That man had you on an allowance so small you could have been a high school sophomore. You don't know nothing about no money. He didn't let you see no money. You was married to a millionaire and he had you dressing out of Forever 21. We ain't seen you in nobody's designer, nothing, ma'am. You don't know nothing about no money because he wasn't letting you have no money. So it was really laughable to see, hey, Vet, thank you for being number 85. It was laughable to see Ashley say, oh, yeah, me too. Girl, be quiet. Be quiet. You ain't went to no mediation for them to say, well, Ashley, this bill was in your name. That man ain't had not one bill in your name. You were still living in his bachelor pad until he agreed to let you get a house so he didn't have to film no more. Girl, I don't know who Ashley be thinking she fooling. And I noticed I didn't see Jossie this whole episode. I don't know where she was, out of space with her man. I don't know, but we didn't see her either. But I just thought that was ridiculous for Ashley to be talking about Me Too. Girl, you not on the same page with these ladies. Not one bill was in your name. That man didn't even make room for you in his life. You had to live in his bachelor pad, that cramped little space, until he didn't want to film no more. Not the Temu Ashley. Jim Bunny says she be on that City Trends, rainbow dots. I'm just saying. So then, after Stacey was like, I was real grateful for their little talk, child, because, that's kind of what that was. Ashley was saying that, at least your mediation, that was your first one. Y'all going to have several mediations or whatever. And she said ours was all in one day and they didn't reach no agreement, but it's not going to be a second one. She didn't agree to the lifetime confidentiality. And Karen made an excellent point. Oh, and then Michael get to churn 10 days out the month. So basically he gets weekends, is what it sounds like to me. Glorified weekends. Because if you got 4 weeks in a month and you got 2 days in a weekend, so he got all the weekends plus 2 days, is what it sounds like to me. She could space that out however. I'm sure they'll work it out. But Karen made a good point about Ashley. She was like, girl, if he wants your silence, that sounds like a bargaining chip. She basically said, it sound like to me, you finna get some alimony because they want your silence. He wants your silence. He got to pay for that silence. He better pay that alimony because she talking about, well, I couldn't agree to that because I can't control other people's mouths and what other people say, blah, blah, blah. So I'm like, okay, I see where this is going. She say, we're going to talk about you on this show because I got to keep my job. People going to ask about you. Okay. Now, I thought that was funny. Then we get this scene with Karen and Lil Raven. Raven, it looks so much like her daddy, but she got a little pinch of Karen on there. She's a cute girl. Cute girl. And I believe Ashley was lying back there too. But I'm just tired of Ashley giving us this fake storyline about this divorce that we may or may not ever see come to fruition. We saw you drive somewhere and get out of a car in a white dress. We don't know who you talked to. We don't know if you had a meeting with Michael and a lawyer. She claimed they didn't make eye contact, all that. Ashley, we just don't know what's true, baby. You have lied and gaslit and shadowboxed way too long. I don't believe nothing. Okay? I believe nothing. But Karen and Raven, right? So they sat up there. They brought out some Argentinian Chardonnay. Karen, did not indulge. I'm glad for her because I know these people wanted her to do something on film so bad. Hey, happy to be happy. Please hit the like button. So apparently Raven was there for a 1-day trip from New York City. New York City. Y'all remember that, right? With the Pace Picani commercials. Don't act like I'm the only person old enough to remember that commercial. At least I didn't scream mustard. Well, I did now. But anyway, so 1-day trip she was in and right back out, but she stopped to have, a little nosh, a little bite with her mama. And so apparently she got this big deal with Amazon because she's working in marketing now. And so she's really happy about that. Her mama was really proud of her. I'm proud of her too. Shout out to little Raven. She grew up to be such a little lady. She's so adorable and so outspoken. She's just so strong. She got strong energy. Definitely got it from her mama and her daddy. I love that about her. And so she was like, talking about her mama, and her mama was, Karen was like, one thing I learned from that accident, like I wasn't really looking after myself, wasn't taking care of myself. Raven low-key checked her mama. She did. That's what our girls do. That's what my girl do. I know y'all noticed Peanut is not here tonight, or she wasn't here earlier. We got a couple of little things going on, so y'all pray for my baby. Y'all know how proud I am of my baby too, with her little cute self. But my baby going through some stuff, so y'all pray for my Peanut, okay? But that's what girls do. They check their mamas. You have your moments, and sometimes as parents, as mothers, we don't take care of ourselves at all. Like we will do everything but take care of ourselves. Like that's how we get in such bad condition, and we have to really stop and think. Like if we don't take care of ourselves, if something happens to us, who's gonna be here to look after our girls? Like that was my kind of wake up call. Like tighten up, because you can't leave this little girl here by herself. You can't do that. Karen needs to tighten up. So it was wild. It was really wild to watch Raven check her, like, all this soldiering through. And, she's like, it's like you go through and you got the whole world on your shoulders, because this girl is on the inside. She's not like us on the outside looking in. She sees up close and personal, everything that her mama carrying on her back, and still smiling and cheesing and, trolling and tiptoeing through the world like ain't nothing going on. But real life, girl, it's something going on. Okay, it's something going on. So she checked her mama for not taking care of herself, and I'm glad she did. Then she starts talking about the ladies and some of them being messy. Child, Raven shut that down so quick. She said, let me tell you something. Anybody not talking to you from a place of, being concerned with your well-being and your mental health and what's good for you, anybody being messy like that, she said, that is not your friend. That is not a good person, and that is not your friend. And she shut it down so quick. Karen had to say, yes, ma'am. Like, okay, gotcha. Raven had no energy, no patience for the bull crap. She shut it down quickly. Okay, I said, all right. All right. So that was that on that. And shout out to little Miss Raven, because we like Raven around here. She's cute. I like all the girls. They're cute. So we get Mia and Jackie and her Bob. Mia, Jackie, and her Bob. Honey, that Bob, let me tell you something. That Bob, I wonder if I can make my hair do what she had that Bob doing. Y'all, it was bent like up. Hold on, let me see if I can roll. Let me see if I can roll it up under. That Bob was rolled up so tight. It was like a page, like the knights. It was like this. Like she rolled it with foam rollers and just left the rollers in. It was up tight like this. So she came in there with that Bob, and they were supposed to been shopping for clothes. And Mia talking about, oh, the ladies' day out or whatever. And Jackie talking about oh, you gonna be my sugar mama. And I'm like, sugar mama? Girl, what the hell is y'all talking about? But anyway, and so she goes on this whole thing. Oh, Jackie's a country girl and she grew up on a farm. And I don't know if they wore shoes, and maybe they wore shoes. I think they was barefooted. She's not a fashionista. Girl, you not either with all that spandex. Every time we see Mia, she in spandex. But she literally said this girl ain't no fashionista. Now she's taking Jackie, and I call her that. But Mia, you got a lot of nerve. When did you become a fashionista? I never heard of a spandex fashionista. Yes, that tuck, that how many did it? Up in there like that. That folded Bob. Yeah, right. Like Claudia's Bob when Nene said she folded it under. Yes. Just tucked off in there, man. Tucked off in there. Hey, little Mackie. He said that Bob was real stiff and dry. Baby, as dry as graham crackers in the Sahara. Ashley said Mia always barefoot because she has the ass shack for new shoes. Man, get out of town. This girl says she got to ask Shaq for new shoes. Let me alone. I can't. Say Jackie let Ashley's boys do her hair. I ain't fooling with y'all. But yeah, so she went through all that, and then she took a dig at Giselle. Oh, she's like Giselle, Giselle tacky, whatever. Giselle been dressing better this season. And we still trying to figure out what fabulous company makes spandex dresses for Yetis. We still don't know what fabulous company makes Yeti spandex, but yet you always find it. She does look like she wears a size 19. That's a big old foot. She got there. So Jackie tries on clothes, all of which look dreadful. None of them were flattering. Mia telling her something looked good, it didn't look good at all. I think she's setting her up to make sure she don't ever look no better. So she sits down to talk with Mia, and they talk about Jackie's baby daddy. They're calling him Pee-Pee. I'm not calling no grown man that. That's disgusting. Talk about her baby daddy, okay? And so she's like, well, basically we working on it or whatever. And, Mia's like, it's been 11 years or it's been 13 years or whatever she said. And so Jackie was like, ain't been around longer than that. And y'all ain't got nothing going. She's like, but it wasn't official and he's this and that. So it was like, child, they had to let that one go on both sides, because Jackie basically like, you gonna talk about my baby daddy, I'm talking about that leprechaun, and that's that. Okay. So they dropped it. Mia then was like, starts talking about Giselle. Giselle pissed her off, calling her out about her social media stuff and why she worrying about my social media stuff, and said that she asked me all them questions and I thought it was inappropriate in front of the group. Mia, all the stuff you done said to people in front of that group, you've lied on people in front of the group. You made up stories on people in front of a group. You made up stories on people at a reunion on a couch in front of millions of people. Like, what are you even talking about? This girl can't ask you about your legitimate social media post because the rest of the ladies was there. So, and then she called her Cruella. I say, oh, not you calling her Cruella, girl. Not you. And so she said she should have called me or she should have came over and talked to her about that shit. So I'm going to confront her. She needed to call you and come over to talk to you. Now, I'm going to tell y'all what I think going to end up happening. You ready? Now, first of all, we already saw the clips of where Giselle was saying she was fed up with Mia. Y'all remember that? When she was like, I'm tired of Mia's lies. I'm over it. I'm bored. Now we know why. Okay? Now we know why. Right? But I think Mia's gonna end up spilling the fact that you know that they would sit up and plot on who they was gonna lie on, who they was gonna pick with, who they was gonna gang up on. I feel it coming because why would you think out of everything that you say to people that Giselle would have to come and talk to you privately on a phone call or come over and talk to you one-on-one so you can spin your narrative? That's the thing. She's gonna end up telling everything. This girl say my uncle be tripping. Y'all know Ashley say Mia look like her uncle. I can't. But that's what I think gonna end up happening. She gonna end up telling it. So then Jackie is talking about Giselle is mad because she ain't got no man and you got 2, 3, or 4. First of all, ain't nobody mad because Mia got Grand Central Station in her drawers. Ain't nobody jealous of Grandpa and the midget. I swear for M&Ms. And the midget be washing Grandpa drawers and stuff. Girl, that's weird. That's weird. Ain't nobody jealous of Grandpa and the midget. Nobody. I don't care if a woman ain't seen a man in the last 30 years. Ain't nobody jealous of that. Anna say, Giselle, you were okay with Mia lying on Chris and Eddie. Now you surprised Mia is exposing you. That's what you get. Not really. If she exposed her, I would be okay. Her going after them children, I got a problem with that. But we gonna talk about it because we ain't there yet. We coming, but we not there yet. So then we get this charity. It's coming up. This charity, this homeless charity. The homeless charity with Ashley, and she said that mean a lot to her because her and her mama was almost homeless. Okay, her and Sheila. Remember, she said Sheila had her sitting on the curb when she was a kid, because they got evicted and all her stuff was outdoors. But she said the only reason they wasn't homeless was because her grandmama took her in. And I'm glad grandma was there to take her in. Grannies are the bomb for stuff like that, right? So her granny took her in, so they didn't have to be homeless. But she say, she do the homeless charity, and so she invited the ladies over. Now, hold on. Just a little while longer. Hold on. Just hold on. Just keep on holding on. Little while. Watch this. Y'all got to see this. So she invited these ladies. Y'all don't pay me no mind. I'm a little off. Okay. I just started singing for no reason. It's nobody's fault. I'm special. Okay. But she invited the ladies, and this is what they saw. This is what we saw in the text messages. She lets them know that she gonna be jumping off a building for charity, and she want them to be there. So Wendy said, I'll be there with the kids. Wendy crazy as hell. You tell me you jumping off a building for charity. I don't know that my first response is I'm gonna be there. I'm bringing my children to see you jump off a building. Just in case you go splat. I don't know that I want my babies to see that. But Wendy is, being supportive. That's her way of being supportive. Wendy said, I'll be there with the children. Giselle say, okay, a building. Karen said, you don't have to do all that, Ashley. I just send a check. I was with Karen. I'll pay you not to jump off the building. But y'all, it's Kiana for the goddamn win. Kiana says, I'm sorry, Ashley, but I won't be attending. Kiana said, I don't like you to the death of me. That's what Kiana said. I ain't coming, hooker. Oh, man. That was everything. When I say that was everything, that was everything. So she wanted them to come watch her jump off a building for charity. I don't know. I would have showed up, but I probably would have been like, Karen, can I pay you not to jump off the building? Why must you jump off the building? What can we do? What can we do to persuade you not to jump off the GD building? Like, how do we get that not to happen? Karen tried to pay her out of it. She still decided she's jumping. Okay. It wasn't much of a jump. She kind of crept down the building. She called herself Spider Mom. It felt more like Inchworm Mom. But I applaud her for doing that because I wouldn't have. I can tell you that. You want me to come down the building, point me to the nearest elevator. Okay. Not even the stairs. Not the way this knee is set up. Or this back. No. Elevator, please. So they did that. We got everybody there with, Stacy brought her daughter, little Arabella. She real tall, like her mama. Wendy brought her 3 boys, and Ashley had them 2 little bad boys. Her nanny brought them. And let me say this. Y'all, Giselle had on Poochie. She had on Emilio Poochie. I say not Giselle in no modern fashions. Giselle was in Emilio Poochie. Mia had the nerve to sit down and talk to her, talking about, "Ooh, is this like a nightgown? Girl, that is Poochie. Unlike that spandex Uchi you be wearing." I say, Giselle really stepping stuff up. Wait a minute. Let me find out that you was, wearing them strange clothes from senior citizens because you was, having to be thrifty raising them children. It be like that. I understand. We raise kids and we end up looking like the hired help. You know what I mean? Y'all know. We know. I don't have to tell y'all. Y'all know. Y'all know how it is as mothers. We spend everything on the children, and we get whatever's left over. Sometimes not even that. We'll have money left over, and we won't even spend it on us. We will hold it just in case one of those children needs something. So everybody that's in here right now, call your mama and say thank you, mama. Okay, if your mama gone, look up to heaven and say thank you, mama. Okay, because that's what mothers do. In case you didn't know. So, and Ashley was in the confessional. Let me say this, in a burgundy faux fur. It was very disturbing. It was very 1993 and very disturbing. Okay, I don't know why she did it. I don't know who we need to complain to. Hopefully she never does it again. But yeah, Giselle looked real nice in the Emilio Poochie. I say, you better get it, Miss Poochie. Get it, Miss Poochie. And Mia had the nerve to say, is this like a nightgown? This is like a nightgown. And you say Jackie ain't no fashionista, but you could not spot one of the most famous prints in fashion in like the last 2 years. You couldn't spot that print. That's like saying you were in 1995 and you couldn't spot a Versace print. But anyway, I'm a mind my business. Okay. I'm a mind my business. So she sat down and she telling Giselle she upset. And Giselle like, what did I do? Like, what did I do? I guess Giselle say, this is the one time I know I ain't did nothing. What did I do? And she tells her she's upset about her. You brought it to the group and, asking me questions, brought it to the group. And I know your stuff and you don't put all your stuff out there. And the girls sneaking boys in the house in the Dominican Republic. And so it was like, what are you even talking about? And so she was like, what? And so Giselle was like, yeah, I saw a boy on the Ring camera. So that mean a boy came by the house. That don't mean they snuck him in. Little girls talk to little boys. That's what little girls do. You know what I'm saying? And so, but it was just the way she tried to put it. And she was like, you always post like you have a perfect family, this and that. Do you think she gonna get on social media and smear her children? See, this is what pissed me off with Mia. Now, Karen Huger said, and I had to write this down because I wasn't going to keep it straight if I didn't. Karen said, the stress of juggling a pimp village is getting to Mia. And I agree. Because who the hell told you to smear children? Who told you it was all right to smear these children? Let's be very clear. While I'm no fan of Giselle Bryant, those are lovely girls. That's number one. Number two, those 2 girls have more promise in their pinky toenail than you have in your entire life. The smallest achievement that they will ever accomplish is going to be more than you've ever done in your entire life. You are a couch surfing yeti who's the daughter of a crackhead. How dare you try to attack and smear children because you mad about her mama asking you questions about a storyline that you brought on the show. You're the one who introduced the storyline of not knowing who the father of your children is and a love triangle with Father Time and a midget. Who the hell told you to bring that on the show? And if you brought that on the show to try to make yourself interesting, you low budget Lady Liberty, you big doofy Statue of Liberty looking hooker, how dare you get on national TV and try to smear young black women? Who the hell do you think you are? I don't care if you look like Edward James almost, if you his evil twin. I don't care if Bigfoot is your first cousin twice removed. How dare you get on national TV and try to smear the character of young black girls? That is disgusting. That is completely disgusting. That is unacceptable. That is unconscionable. That is classless. That is uncouth. Everything about you is trash. I believe at this point, you probably douche with dumpster water. You are a piece of garbage. Somebody needs to put you at the local landfill and press the button. You are not even worth, I don't even know if we can call you human at this point. I don't know if we can call you human at this point. Why on earth? And see, I'm going to say this about the Giselle situation. My hair is getting on my nerves. I was playing in it. It's got to stop. But this is the thing with Giselle that got on my nerves. All them times when you pretended Wendy attacked him because she looked at your child, when you pretended that that Wendy and Candace made a face because you were talking that was directed at your children, this is an attack. This is somebody attacking your children. And Giselle ended up by saying, I'm just taking it all in because after I take it in, I'm going to react. You should have reacted right then. You should have reached across there and popped that ugly Bigfoot cow in the mouth. That's what you should have did. Anna said, I agree about the kids, just not surprised Mia would do it. This is my thing. It wasn't so much surprise because I know she's garbage. I know she's a garbage human being, but how dare you? To me, that was way too low. That was way too low. Disgusting. You disgusting cow. You up here screwing somebody that's giving you worms and the other one is telling you magically delicious. You got children, you don't even know who the daddy is. While she talking about DNA tests, she might want to pump the brakes with them big old feet of hers because it'll be a hell of a thing for you to go test them kids and they don't belong to neither one of them men. Because we know you the whore of Babylon. She is a disgusting character. And I'm sorry. Andy Cohen gonna need to get that whore off my TV. Andy Cohen is gonna need to get that rabid, foaming at the mouth, vapid whore off my television. I don't care about the historical reference. I don't care about them making history as the first Yeti prostitute on Bravo. Get her out of here. We don't need that much inclusion. Bad enough she done included everybody in her crotch. Men, women, leprechauns. Everybody. You don't even need a passport. Or a medical checkup. The nerve of her. You brought that storyline to this show. You. Hey, Shalon. You brought this storyline to this show. This filthy, low-class, low-budget storyline. This is what you brought to this show. And after you brought this to the show, somebody asked a question about it. Well, what the hell did you think you was going to do? Bring this filthy storyline to this show and nobody can't ask no questions. Everybody supposed to sit around and kiki and giggle like it's cute. Ain't nothing cute about you being a nasty, muddy crotched whore. Who the hell thinks that's cute? Who thinks it's cute, dusty back? Except nobody. And the nerve attacking Jackie to be talking about some Giselle mad because you got 2 and 3 men. 2 and 3 what? Between Granddaddy Gordon and the incomplete midget, she got 3/4 of a man at best. One of them, Johnson, don't work, and the other one got to stand on Gordon's shoulders to even reach your crotch. You got a whole lot of nerve. The audacity, the unmitigated gall. Now that's how the episode ended, and I'm gonna tell y'all flat out, he gonna have Andy got to do something with her. Andy got to do something with her. You're not gonna have no filthy, low budget, couch surfing, muddy crotch, dusty back, Bigfoot, Yeti attacking little black girls on my television. We're not doing it. We're not doing it. Juan say muddy crotch whore. Whoa, called a funeral home. Mia's dead. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, y'all, but that triggered the hell out of me because it couldn't have been my kid. That's all I'm saying. Giselle, I salute you because you got more restraint than I ever could. I would have beat the potholes out that whole face. I promise you. I would have been pounding the dents out her face like I worked at a body shop. Ain't no way in hell you'd have brought your ugly behind on TV to talk about my babies. You're not gonna do that. Baby, you genetically challenged. Ain't no way in hell you gonna come on TV and talk about no daughter of mine. Those perfect little black girls. Who the hell do you think you are? Who do you think you are? We still ain't found which Sasquatch snuck in your mama bedroom to make you. Because I'm not exactly sure that Panama Jack that you showed us is really your daddy. And you attack these perfect, beautiful, perfect little black girls. How dare you? How freaking dare you? Somebody that you gotta wear the goddamn shoebox. And you were sitting up here bothering these little black babies. Who do you think you are? Yeah, Jen Bunny, just vile. Just vile. A woman who has to dispose of her underwear in biohazard containers sitting up here attacking somebody. You say Mia look like Napoleon Dynamite. Girl, don't insult Napoleon like that. Don't insult Napoleon like that. Anna say, let's see if Giselle will treat Mia like she did Wendy and Candace. I would like to see, but I feel like it. I don't know. Y'all know I'm from Ocala. I don't want to see her treat nothing. I want her to beat that heifer tail. That's what she need to do. She need to whoop her behind. She need to rent a stepladder and kick her in her tail. Sharon Middleton say Mia would catch the holy fade. Yes, she would. Yes, she would. Giselle need to put some blessed oil on both of her fists and go to work. Beat the hell out that hoe. Deborah Randall say Giselle lost Robin and found a personality and some style. Y'all think Robin was the reason Giselle was wearing bad clothes? I sure hope not. Robin, you got some explaining to do, girl. Because why is she wearing good clothes? Shalon say them girls have nothing to do with nothing. Nothing. And we ain't never seen them be nothing but respectful little ladies. Nothing but respectful little ladies. There was no excuse for that. Yolanda say Mia mileage cookie thottish Thornton. Ooh, needs to return to the corner where she belongs. Girl, ain't a corner big enough for that heifer. Yeah, them girls is beautiful. The nerve. The audacity. Deborah Randall say Giselle is ready to get Mia. I'm certain she knows Mia is trying to replace her and Karen. Not with Father Time and a midget. Not when you got your own rented leprechaun, the full Father Time draws. That ain't your plan. Right, Yolanda. She said exactly. Giselle should have made a home run with Mia's head. Juan say, did you say put the panties in a biohazard container? I said it. I gotta go to the corner. Okay. I'll go. Auntie Eva says she should be walking around with 3 shoes. No, she don't need 3 shoes. She just need a bag between her legs to catch a twat when it fall out. She done put so many miles on that thing, she need a new transmission. Yolanda said Robin stayed. What would she had to say about that? Child, I don't know. Thank God we'll never know. Robert needed to go. Y'all, that blew me. I'm gonna put the StreamYard in the chat in case somebody else got something to say. I want to check. I want to make sure I'm not missing comments. But yeah, that sent me over the edge. I ain't even gonna lie to you. That sent me. I was yelling at the screen at that point. And she's like, I'm just saying, because I'm going to check you. I'm going to check. Checking her ain't got nothing to do with mentioning her children, trying to make them seem like they're not little ladies because they snuck and talked to a boy. A boy came by the house. That's not sneaking a boy inside the house because she saw a boy on a Ring doorbell camera. And the fact that she was so willing to do that, it's like, you do realize you have a daughter. And you do realize the example that you're setting for your daughter. Your children seeing you in the bed with a man while you married. So we can only imagine what your daughter gonna end up doing. Cute girl, by the way. But let's not pretend on any day of the week that your girl is gonna come out as good as Giselle's girls. And that's coming from somebody who ain't never been a Giselle fan. Your girl ain't gonna never stand a chance to come out as good as Giselle girls. Not one chance. She got an old degenerate daddy and a retired pole humper for a mama, who's still a wore out whore, who people are still riding and putting away wet, and she gets to witness all of that. She got a mama that people done rode like a mile of bad road. What's she gonna turn out to be? Why you trying to smear these little girls? I didn't like that. I'm gonna just tell y'all the truth. That she pissed me off today. I didn't like her already, but she pissed me off tonight. Yolanda said if Candace was there, she would have read Mia down. Yep. And somebody should have. It was just too much for me. Maybe we'll see some more next week or something, because I'm sitting there like, ain't nobody get her. Now I'm starting to see why we seeing this interviews and stuff with Ashley saying, the person that's got the most to answer for is Mia. Now I'm understanding why Giselle is like, yeah, I'm over Mia. I'm bored with her. I'm seeing why Wendy was like, yeah, I was trying to give her some grace, but I can't rock with her. I'm starting to see it. Right. That's true. That's true. And Jackie is the one that sniffed Mia and confirmed that she was stank in her nether regions. Bad enough. You know they always said Bigfoot stank. So there it go. Now we know why Bigfoot stank. Hey, Karen D. I hope Giselle gets just as upset at Mia for making them insinuations as she was when she thought Wendy was looking at Grace funny. Well, we can see that Giselle is pretty upset because she did a whole interview talking about Mia. Yes, now we know. You know, when you see the people talking about the cryptids and stuff, the dog men, the yetis, and all that stuff, the goat men and all that, they say Sasquatch stink. They say Sasquatch stink. And now we know why. Because we seen them at Lake Norman. And we heard somebody say, ooh, something stink. Like it could have been a skinwalker or, one of Mia's cousins. And then Jackie bent down at her crotch and sniffed. And come to find out, now we know why Bigfoot stank. Sasquatch stank because Sasquatch has feminine hygiene issues. Okay? Jen Bunny says she need that boric acid. No, she don't need no Lumi. No, she needs soap, water, and a good gynecologist. She need to put her foot in the stirrups. Say it with me. Scoot to the end of the table. That's what she need to do. Scoot to the end of the table. Let your legs flop to the side. You know the same thing they told Drake. Scoot to the end of the table. Put your feet in the stirrups. That's what she need to do. She need to get that check. Anytime your behind stinks so bad, you walk in the room, people talking about, ooh, something stink. You don't need soap. You need a doctor. You need a doctor. If your meow perfumes the whole room, you need a doctor. I wouldn't have went nowhere that night. Someone please call 911. Something's wrong. You're not healthy. Wrenching it ain't gonna fix it. That was coughing up fur balls. Embarrassing. She is an embarrassment. And I'm sorry, she does not have permission to call herself a black woman. I know her mama black, but she don't have permission. Not walking around smelling like an old dumpster. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. We can't have it. We have enough going on. We struggle through enough. We got the world on our shoulders, like Karen say. We can't have that, Mia. You can't be stank. You can't be stank. I don't care if you are a Yeti. No, ma'am. But yeah, so that's what happened on the show. We Yo, Bianca, you crazy. She said when the funk hits the fan, everybody gonna stand and say funky funky. I'm done. Okay, and that's the perfect way to end this live stream when the funk hits the fan. All right, Mia, we've had enough of you. Okay, you, your big feet, your potholes, your rancid energy. We've had enough, and apparently the funk has indeed hit the fan. So yeah, that's it until something else happens with these ladies. And you know, the minute it does, I will be back. So make sure that y'all like this video, share this video, make sure that you hit your notification bell. You know what time it is if you didn't hit the like button on the way in. Subscribe, because you know we happy to have you here. Okay, and if you want to join channel membership, there's a join button beneath the video or a membership link in the description box. The link to my book is also in the description box. We got the link for Discord. Make sure you join our Discord so you'll know every time we go live. That's also in the description box. We got the link to our merchandise store so you can get your crown gear. And we have the link to our Amazon storefront so we can shop together. And my wish list, in case you want to send me some more notebooks, pens, pads, snacks, goodies, or any type of support. I appreciate all of it. Thank you so much to Deborah Randall, to Miss Sparkle, to Leslie Cornish for supporting the live stream tonight. I appreciate you guys. All right. So listen, y'all have a great night. Say your prayers, sweet dreams, be positive, be productive. Encourage someone else. Make sure you encourage yourself. And remember, this is important in case no one else says it to you. Always remember, God loves you. I love you. And it ain't nothing you can do about it. I'll talk to y'all again soon, okay? As the gossip permits. Bye.